Hey y'all, I'm back, and I got two awesome Mahindras to show you today. We got over here in the left corner the Mahindra Max 24 hydrostat, and in the right corner we have the Mahindra EMax 25 hydrostat. Very similar tractors. They can do a lot of the same things, and they're awesome. You'll love them. Alright, first thing to point out is they both have the same size bucket. You can see right there, it's the same size bucket. They both have the same size tires on both tractors. It's the same exact size tires. As far as that bucket goes, both of them will lift 900 pounds to full capacity at full lift height, and what that is 75 inches. So you got apples to apples tractors here. People say, well, what's the real difference? If you ask me, the main difference in these two tractors is, if you're familiar with the car world here in the US, we have Hyundais, which are made in Korea, and we have Hondas, which are made in Japan. Basically, that's the difference here. We're looking at a Japanese-made Mahindra Max and a Korean-made Mahindra EMax. Both of them, like I said, very similar. The rear lift capacities on them, the Max lifts 1,400 pounds, the EMax lifts 1,320. So 80 pounds difference in lift capacity on the rear. If you come up here and look at the front, there's something slightly different. In the loaders, you'll see that this has two leg stands for the loader here that are already in there. You just pull a pin and they drop down, and then you lock them back into position. And over here on this side, you have one spot in the middle where you'll take and slide the pin out of the end, and your leg will stand in the middle. Another difference is the Japanese-made tractor uses 2 cylinders to curl the bucket, whereas the Korean-made tractor over here has got just the 1 cylinder in the middle. That cuts down a little bit on cost, but like I said, both of them go all the way up to 75 inches and lift 900 pounds, so it doesn't mean nothing to you. The steering arms on the EMax are mounted up higher than you'll see the Kubota and the John Deere, so they're less likely to hit stuff when they come in contact, but they are in front of the axle. Whereas over here on the Mahindra Max, your steering cylinder is up very high and behind the axle, so its likelihood of meeting something and getting bent or damaged is very slim. It really don't happen on these tractors. It's a great design. Alright, as far as the seats, they both have the same seats. Mahindra assembles these tractors in Chattanooga for us here on the East Coast, the Southeast, and they put the seats on there and they put the tires on there. So these are Carlisle Track Chief tires on both of them. You'll notice that back here they both have real drawbars. That is not a garden drawbar, which is up real high. What that allows you to do is to pull carts and stuff. If your cart is attached up here and you turn sharp, you're going to jackknife your cart. That's no good. So by having this back here, you can pull carts a lot easier. Same thing on the EMax. Now you'll notice the difference being on the EMax is that the links are on the inside. These check links are on the inside. But what it does still do is it still uses Category 1 implements. It is not a Cat 1 Limited or Cat 0 like the other tractors in the subcompact category. They do not allow for Cat 1 implements. Even if you have the right size hole at the end, the arms don't go far enough apart. With the Mahindra, they go far enough apart to use a standard Cat 1 box blade, bush hog, whatever you want to use. So that's the main difference here between those two things. Both of them have a cup holder. On the Mahindra Max, it's over here, and on the EMax, it's on the right-hand side. So I guess if you're left-handed, the Max is going to suit you better. The EMax is going to suit you better if you're right-handed when it comes to drinking your tea while you're riding your tractor. Another thing that is different about the EMax that you'll notice is on the EMax 22 and 25, you do not have full position control. You can raise and lower, but it's going to return to a neutral spot. Whereas on the Max, you do have full position control on your 3-point hitch. That is one notable difference. Also, on both of them, they come with mid PTOs as standard. So if you ever decide you wanted to add a mid-mount mower, Mahindra makes the nicest mid-mount mower in the compact and the subcompact market. It's not a stamp deck like the big boys use. It is a fully fabricated steel deck because they know you care about getting a machine that lasts, and that's what they make. They give you a 5-year warranty on both of these units. So it's the same tried and true Mahindra way of doing business and way of treating their customers that you guys all like. Oh, another huge difference when you're on these tractors. You'll notice over here on the right hand side, on the EMax, you have a right pedal to go backwards and the left pedal to go forwards. So it's a 2-pedal system on the EMax, and it's a nice flat platform. It does have cruise control as standard equipment, and it does have a parking brake right here you can set. Now when we switch over to the Max, what you're going to notice is something different. And by different I mean it has a clutch over on the left and 2 brakes like a traditional tractor that can be separated, so you can do left and right brake sharp turns. But what it does have that's different from the EMax is this system where forward on this rocker goes forward and backwards goes in reverse. So it's still a really easy system to use. Some people have a preference. Some people enjoy this. Some people enjoy the other setup better, but Mahindra offers them both to you, so you got those options. And it has cruise control as standard too, and it even has that parking brake set option too, so when you're trailing. Oh, another thing, both of them are quick attach loaders. Pin-on buckets come standard. It's an option if you want to get a quick attach bucket. We can make something up for you if you really got to have it, but pin-on is what works best for these. And you'll see that both of them have a nice setup there, but they are quick attach where you have this one handle to pull and that'll release it, and then you can do what you got to do as far as positioning the bucket to allow it to pop loose out of here and then back away. And they're color coded hydraulic lines right here, so you can quick release them. On the other one, same setup, color coded quick attach lines for quick release. It's a really good setup. Mahindra does this on every one of their tractors from big to small. They make it quick attach loaders, and I love it. When you're doing a lot of bush hogging, sometimes you like to leave that loader setting somewhere else and get to work on your bush hog. Something different that you'll see on the grills of both of them, this has a more sleek kind of that Korean design like a lot of Hyundai cars have, the real nice flowing lines and such. So you can see how the hood even has nice body lines. And then the Mahindra Max over here has another, comes standard with a grill guard whenever you get the loader on it, and it has just a little different design, more Japanese looking. To release the hood on the Mahindra Max, you just pull up like that, and then you can get to everything. It's real easy to change your screen, you know, to knock the dirt and dust and stuff out of that. And then whereas you go over here on the EMax, and what you have to do is spin this bracket down a little bit and pull it down, and then the whole hood comes up on this one versus just the top part on the other over there. And it is a little more difficult to get to that screen here because with the new Tier 4 emissions, they've put on some odd air stuff, but it's necessary to keep the government happy. You have to meet Tier 4 emissions or they won't let you sell it here. So that's what Mahindra ended up having to do. Let's see. Now probably what you're wondering is what they sound like, how they run. Oh, one last thought. Just want to see if at idle they can both lift their own weight. So we're going to look over here at the left hand side here. See if I can do this while I'm... Yep. She come right off of the ground, folks. She can lift her own weight at idle. Now let's try the EMax. Yep, she come right off the ground, folks. Lift her own weight at idle. That is awesome. So, I hope today I showed you a little bit about what's the difference between a Mahindra Max and a Mahindra EMax. And I am quite rusty. I haven't made a video in probably a year and a half, maybe a little longer. But I'm back now, and I'm here to help you. You can always call me on my cell at 910-233-4576. That's Mahindra Don up here in Dunn, North Carolina, 910-233-4576. Thanks for watching.